Ladies and gentlemen, session 9. What we've done first is we've reviewed your entire barbell complex. You've reviewed your entire barbell complex. Now we're going to teach you one of the other movements that needs to happen. If you can deadlift, you can kettlebell swing. But there's some different points of performance that need to happen for a kettlebell and some of the repetition things. Let me talk about them. This is a kettlebell, ancient piece of equipment. It's Russian. That's why you have the Russian accent. Whenever you swing the cowbell or the kettlebell, you must have Russian accent. Not really, but there it is. So this is 16 kilograms, which is now, I know Caitlin can swing. Some of you guys will start out lighter. Very rarely will you guys start out heavier. A couple things in the setup. She's going to stand up about 8 to 10 inches behind the bell. Her feet about squat width apart, somewhere in there. She's going to push her hips back like she's going to deadlift, and she's going to reach over for the bell. What I'm looking for is a neutral spine, this flat back position. What she's going to do, hold on a second, don't do it yet, stay there. She's going to hike it back all the way to her bum, and then she's going to stand up really hard and fast, driving her knees back. This is the execution of a kettlebell swing. It's going to come up to eye level. This is a Russian swing, and this is typically what we want to do. So there's some issues with going overhead. We don't do that unless we absolutely have to. So sit back into your heels and hike it back and swing about 5 times. So she's going to drive her knees back, pop, and pop. Weight stays in the heels, spine stays neutral, and when she stops her last rep, she parks it into her hips and it comes back down. What you may see is a lot of you guys are going to have an issue with sequencing your hips with the swing out in front. A lot of times the bell will be dangling low when you snap your hips. When you snap your hips, the bell should be behind you. And so we have this, my favorite little piece of equipment. It's a rubber band. And what you might get is this thing called a banded swing. It's a great training aid for teaching people how to really snap their hips. It gives some additional resistance. You pull it through, snap it on. Now she's going to put it underneath the arches of her feet. Oh, it's beautiful. Now all the same mechanics, but as you snap the bell, you have to really, really accelerate it. Go ahead and give me a set of 5, please. And it loads your hip a little bit more effectively, and same thing happens. Drive those knees back hard and stand back up. So during session 9, what you're going to do is we're going to review all of your barbell complex: deadlift, hang power clean, press, push jerk, back squat, overhead squat, hang power snatch. You'll have reviewed all those, and then you'll be taught this. This is an important skill to have because we do a lot of kettlebells in our training.